after what? This is the end of March. After almost 4 months of procrastination, I'm doing the going throughs of my whip tree. If you don't know what the whip tree is, it's this, it's a coat rack that I have all of my whips. So it's all the things that I'm working on um, throughout the year. My whips that I am immediately working on are in this basket, and I carry it with me to work in all the places. This is your first time with a whip tree video once a year, usually in January, like after the new year. I go through all the projects and decide what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to not finish, that kind of thing. I've looking at it, I know what one of the things is, and I know that I want to keep that one, but I do not, like, it's been that long since I've even visited the tree, so I feel like I'm not going to want to finish most of it, which means I'm going to have to deal with it. So let's do it. I would also like to say, people always want to nag about I have so many whips at once. It's not overwhelming to me. I love to make. If I didn't have anything else to do, it's all I would do is make. I knit, crochet, and sew, and I would do it every minute. I really would. But, I have to work. I have a full-time job, and I fit it in where I can. So it's not like I'm doing it for money. I do it for me. I just love to make. See that little hand? That's a frog hand. I knitted one of those frogs for my daughter for Christmas last year. It's barely hanging on. First project up. This is in a Barbie project bag that I got at a junk yarn trunk show, but it was made by Multi-Craftual Handmade. Oh, well, I know this is getting frogged. So this is the pressed flower socks. Oh, it's so cute though. But here's what I discovered. I hate mosaic. I don't like slip stitch knitting. So these two almost full skeins of yarn will be used elsewhere. Okay, so that's the first thing. I know the frog pile is going to be biggest, so I'm going to put it over there. Project is in Hide and Hammer leopard print. We love Hide and Hammer. New is super awesome. Oh, snap. Okay, this is the Tessellated Tee by Stephanie Aaron, which I completely crocheted. This is a crochet pattern. I completely crocheted in 2020. It was my Romback sweater. It didn't fit exactly right, and I figured out that I had done one too many repeats, which made the underarm length too long, and it fit me weird. So I chopped it off. I chopped the whole bottom off up to the yoke, and then I was gonna recrochet it, which you can see I've split for the sleeves. And now I just need to go on the body. But because I've already crocheted it completely once, I'm like, it's just boring now. But the yoke is beautiful looking at it on the camera. Definitely want to finish it. Also, it's so soft. The yarn is from CGCG. And the solid black, I feel like I got from Knit Picks or one of the discount, like Jimmy Bean's wool. I don't know, somewhere cheap, because it's just plain black. This maybe as a Christmas project, because it's in a Christmas project bag. This is one of my project bags that I made for myself. Oh, yay. Yeah, this is definitely a keep. Did I just drop? No, we're good. Okay, this is the No Frills by Petite Knits, and I'm using Sprinkled Fibers Christmas Fade, which I've only have these 3 colors caked up. And then it has a Be Merry little embroidery on top of it once it's finished. So this will be one of my next year Christmas sweaters. I have an entire Christmas season wardrobe. I love Christmas, and I love being cheeky. Well, I love being cheeky all the time. But my little Moo Cow project bag. This is another one of mine. I like soft, squishy project bags. Like, they still have body, because I squish them down into this basket. Okay, this is definitely, we'll be finishing, but it's a scrappy project, so it'll just be finished when it's finished, because I'm taking scraps from other projects that I complete. Or frog. This is the Le Triangle from Lobby Enemy, Amy. Love it, love the colors. Okay, another one of my bags. Little vintage kids in the candy shop, which I love. Oh, snap, I forgot about this. Yeah, I'm frogging this because I want this yarn. The yarn is sprinkled fibers, and I was doing a little crochet tee. Also with this cute little stitch marker. It's a little gumdrop. It had the lace detail on the sides, but I'm not. Next one is in one of my little unicorn bags. Oh gosh, we'll be finishing this. This is my Amazing Woman shawl, and I'm doing it in Siobhan Crafts. I just ordered her Easter mini set, and it's so cute. This is Confetti Rainbow. It's DK weight, which the Amazing Woman is knit in DK, usually in a 3-color fade, but I just wanted the solid, like, funfetti wrapped around me. So I have 3 skeins. I'm almost to the end of the first skein, and I got the second skein caked. And you're probably wondering if I ever finish anything. I do. I think I had almost 300 finished objects last year. Definitely finishing this. This is a tank top by Caitlin Hunter. It's a knit lace pattern. I'm doing it in Mundine from Lobby Enemy. So this is the top. It's like a racer back. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. I'm very excited. It's my first time doing lace work as lace and the cable detail. And I have to really, like, not concentrate, but I have to keep up with, like, the pattern step by step because I've only been knitting for a little while. And I can't, it's in my Fringe, which I think they're still out of business, Fringe supply bag. It's got all my buttons. There's Prince. Hey, Prince. Okay, that's a keeper. Look at all these keepers. Bag is Button Jar Studio. Button Jar Studio. That's where the little frog animal was coming from. He's going in the trash. Because I've already given Crystal the frog. Is I'm making another one? Who knows? Okay, this is a homespun hat, which is a 2x2 ribbed hat. What fun little stitch marker do I have? It was hand spun for me by Maggie, and I wound it up. You see, I wound it up double with a mohair, a pink mohair, so it's all ready to go. She gave me the hand spun for Christmas, and I love it, of course. So it's funny to go back and see stuff when you first started and mistakes. Okay, so this is a keeper. It needs to go into a different bag though. This bag is very, very narrow. This is a Renee bag, scrappy. Actually, these scraps came from Alice's wardrobe. Oh, I don't know if we're frogging this. This is a cowl. I've taken the needles out at some point. This was a mini skein set from Buku Yarns, B-U-K-U, I think. It was a whole set of little minis. You can see them in there. And it's before I learned to knit, so I crocheted it and was not thrilled with the fade. So I decided I would knit it. I don't know. I think we're frogging this. Okay, next bag for my vintage strawberry shortcake sheets. I love it. I made all the bags I could out of the set of sheets and then sold them. I've got to finish this, or maybe I should just send it. So this is a mosaic crochet, which again, I also don't like. I hate mosaic crochet. It's beautiful looking. I just don't like to do it. This pattern is by Sandra Gutierrez. I can't remember what her like Instagram handle is, but I was crocheting this as a sample for 29 Bridges, and she sent it to me a year later than I was supposed to get it during the pandemic when I wasn't working. But she sent it to me after I'd already gone back to the normal schedule, and I just don't have time. That's what it looks like when it's done, and these colors are beautiful. The yarn is 29 Bridges, of course. I don't know. I need to message her and just see what she wants me to do, because I don't know when I'll be able to finish it. This is one of my bags in this cute little Halloween fabric that I found at Joann's. who was going out of business this year. This is 2025, and so it's an end of an era. Everybody's very sad about it. So, oh, this is super cute. So this was a sweater. I was just winging it using the doodle patterns from the monster. What is that? Oh, that's a skeleton with a hat. Oh, and I just started candy corns. I love this, but I was just kind of like trying to figure out, and it's not obviously. I didn't do the increases fast enough. I think that's getting frogged, although I'll hate it. You know what I might do? I might cut a rectangle of it out and just frame it or hang it up in my sewing room, just so I can love it. Oh wow, Amsterdam. These are made specifically for the shop that I work at, Black Mountain Yarn Shop. These bags are awesome. Oh yay! This is my weekender that I'm doing with a hedgehog fade that I was gifted from Christy Glass, and I crocheted it. So when she gifted it to me, I didn't know how to knit, so I crocheted it into a cocoon, one of those cocoon shrug things, and I have narrow shoulders. It was not a good fit for me. It was beautiful. I got so many compliments. It just wasn't a good fit. So I frogged it after I've worn it for 3 years, and I cast on a weekender because it's the right weight, you know, and all that. So now I'm very excited to use the fade. You can kind of see it's in balls because I frogged the other sweater, but I'm very excited about it. This fun little Halloween bag was made by Luca of the South, Mary Ellen. She's one of our customers, and she made me this cute little bag. Oh, this. Okay. This is the beetle suit, is what the set of patterns is called. It's a pant and a top, and I chose to do it in hot pink. Chelsea's doing it in greens and purples. And I knit this much, and my cage is crazy tight, but I was loving how it looked, so I just kept going. Isn't it cool? But it's so dense, so I was like, I need to just pull the needles out of this. I've just had this hanging around my mini skein jar, and the new gauge feels so much better. But I started on the new one and was going strong, and the hurricane happened. Hurricane Helene that hit western North Carolina. We're here in the mountains, which we never get extreme weather of any kind. And we're without power or water for weeks. And I was scared to death. Like, it was like no communication, cell signal. I guess if you live in a place where hurricanes happen a lot, it's not as traumatic, but we don't. So the recovery time was very long, and nobody knew what to do, and it was awful. And I was a nervous wreck, and I couldn't knit. I kept trying, and I just couldn't. So the hurricane stopped me, and I haven't picked it back up because it carries some sort of negative emotion. I don't know. It's ridiculous. And I'm going to start it back because I love doing stranded color work, and it's just fun. If you've never done it, you should totally try it. I love how the floats. It's very satisfying. And I very much prefer this over Mosaic. Button Jar Studio, another one of her bags. Oh, so this has got several. Oh, this is going to get frogged. I was doing a scrappy Sophie scarf and then a neutral Sophie scarf. Like, why would I do a neutral anything? I've made a million Sophie scarves. I don't even know how many. All this is getting frogged, and I will reuse the yarn. You should absolutely do a Sophie scarf if you have not. They're amazing. They're fun. And a fun little accessory to wear when you just want a little bit of warmth. I like to wear it in the summer. Okay, I have no idea what this is. It's in Mondim, and I'm holding it double in Lobby Enemy Yellow. It's garter stitch. But this is the yarn I'm using for that halter top. So we're going to put this and that in a bigger bag, and I will put that to use. Here's another Oh Wow Amsterdam bag, and one of my favorites. It's so cool. They're hand painted. They're just awesome. Oh, Okay, so this one definitely finish. It might take me 100 years, but I knew before I started it that it was going to be a slog and boring, but so much fun to wear. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll put it on the screen. I've done all of the roses, the crocheted roses. I use scraps and mini skein, so that's where I got the pattern for this. There's even more roses in here. But you do the roses and then a granny square outside the roses, and then you connect them together to form the cardigan. Ooh, fun. This is in a Nina Hansen bag. She made this for me during the pandemic with My Little Pony fabric because we know how I love 80s. This is the heirloom quilt cardie, which is a knit pattern that I am crocheting. So you can crochet color work, knit color, like all the color work charts are interchangeable. You could use beading charts, like it's all the same. You could use it cross stitch, knitting, weaving, beading, whatever. So I'm using, it's all sprinkled fibers. And there's tons, I'm not going to show them all, but it all gets connected together for a cardigan. I was hoping to have it done by the spring so I could do some fun pictures. Probably not gonna happen, being that it's the end of March. Maybe by next spring though. This bag is Mimi K Makes. Love, how cute. You know how I feel about strawberries? Oh, skin frogged. This is a gingerbread sock by Candy Shop Yarns. Good. I knit it, but I hate cuff down. It's written cuff down, so I did it toe up and got the graphic upside down. So then I started it again, cuff down, and I was all over the place. I can do it now, no problem. So what we will do is frog and recast on. This is a Renee Scrappy. Oh, this is the big bow bonnet. I completely forgot about this, and I will be finishing it. I have to knit, probably should put it on circulars. I have to knit a 6-foot tie, which is what this is, before you start you pick up to do the hood after the tie. And it's boring, and we know how I am with that. So that's just hanging around, and it'll get finished when it's finished. This is another one by Luca in the South. And this is the Renee sweater. This was designed by This Bird Knits, inspired by me, with its lacy. And I was doing it in, oh gosh, I already split for the sleeves. Yeah, I need to finish this. I was using Spin Cycle here in the yoke. I made it, I do this all the time with yokes. I get past the yoke, split for the sleeves, and then it's boring, and I just am unmotivated. I will finish it though. Okay, that's all of the tree stuff. So I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags to frog, so that's good. I'll show you. This is my on the couch knitting, mindless knitting. I'm making a dish rag. I do dish rags for myself and to gift. I have several people that I gift them that like them. So this is a Renee bag. It's from a Buc-ee's t-shirt that I found at Goodwill, which you never find Buc-ee's t-shirts at Goodwill's, not at our local ones anyway. This is another Advent project. I got 2 granny squares out of each mini skein and put them together. I just made big rectangles, put it together, and now I'm knitting the sleeves. Also knit the ribbing at the neck so it rolls. And so what I did is what I had left of the marled yarn, I just split it in half evenly, and I'm knitting until I run out of yarn. So that's how long the sleeves will be. I don't know how long that is yet, but we shall see. So that's in my basket. God, I can't put it back in. And my through lines, I actually only have 2 projects at the moment, which is strange. I usually have like 6 in my basket. The through lines by DRK Everyday. This is in Brooklyn Tweed Loft. The entire staff at the shop is doing it, and we all have very different colors. You can see the texture. It's super cool. It's a lot of fun. It's very interesting. And that's all of my projects. Yay me. I should have done that a long time ago. It wasn't as bad as I thought. But it's done. Okay, I found one more that I had set over beside the couch. This is a no frills that I've added details to look like the Flora pullover. I'll put some pictures up because I know you can't tell anything from here, but I'm finished with the body. I'm working on the sleeves. I'm very excited to wear this. It's going to be super cute.